Hey guys, it's Michael from The Honest Youth Pastor, and I want to make a real quick video for you today. This is going to be a resource video, so that's why it's going to kind of be short. So there are a couple videos. You will find links for them in the description section that I think do an amazing job of breaking down in a very well-informed, researched, educated way, addressing the topic of homosexuality and how it has to do with the church and Christianity, and talking about all those verses that everybody always brings up whenever the topic's brought up. So the meme you see on the screen is a meme I posted as a week or so ago, basically going off of 1 Timothy chapter 1, verses 1 through 11. We went through there. If you want to read through the discussion, you can. There's a lot in there that hopefully explains this a little bit further to you, or if you have a question. But this one that you see on the screen was the one that everybody had an issue with, right? So the reason I bring this up is because I can't tell you how many DMs, conversations with people about homosexuality and the Bible and Christianity and how that all ties together. And since then, I've went off looking for resources and research in regards to, both sides of the subject. Not so much for my own benefit, because I've already done quite a bit on it, but I wanted to have some sort of resource such as this video that I could send to people when they ask, so that if you want to know, like, more so than just the conversation that I can quickly have with you via text on a DM, you can actually look through these videos. Now, the stuff that I'm going to provide book-wise and video-wise in the description of this video, don't think this isn't going to take you time. This is going to take a lot of time for you to actually go through these resources, actually listen to them, and not only listen to them or read them, but do further research based upon the resources that these videos themselves bring up. Now, there's two particular people you'll see down in the description that have done an amazing job on this. The first one is Voddie Baucham. You're going to find two videos of Voddie that I've shared in my Instagram stories before, but the links will be in the description of his videos. The first one, he goes over a book called After the Ball. He goes through it and kind of shows you what that book's about in regards to the homosexual agenda and how, anyway, you'll have to watch the video, but it's a really good breakdown of that. His second video that you'll see down there is a video that is going to talk about basically the church's apologetic toward the verses and toward that book a little bit, and just kind of talking through the bigger issues of how to address the subject. Now, Voddie's videos are really good. That, on average, if you're going to watch both of them all the way through, is going to take you upwards of 3 hours, but they're very good resources. Now, a resource on top of that is going to be a lot better, but it's going to take you upwards of 6 hours to get through. And you've heard me talk about Mike Winger before. Down in the description, there are going to be 4 videos of his where he does a 4-part series walking through. It's the most detailed walkthrough that I've ever seen, going through and really breaking it down in a very level-headed, very understandable fashion, where he goes through and breaks down how the church can not only address the topic within Christianity, but actually breaking down the biggest arguments against the verses and providing such good resources that, again, the thing I appreciate about Mike Winger is you can check his he'll tell you where he got this information from, and you can go check it yourself. What I would ask is, and this is why I'm making this video, is that you're not lazy about this topic. Lots of times, especially this topic, people will have their mind made up, and they'll either just fully embrace it and be like, no, I totally agree. The Bible says homosexuality is a sin, and I don't need to know any more than that. So they can't defend their worldview against people that bring opposition to it, because they don't know what they're talking. They haven't researched it, right? They just know that they know, right? So I would encourage Christians, watch these videos, devote some time to them. Shut off the Netflix, shut off whatever else right? Look at they're such good resources. And then there's the other side that come and say, well, no, I know people and I know experiences, and I've read Matthew Vines's book, right? And they only hear one side of it, and they haven't actually looked into anything else on it. And here's the thing. If you don't like Voddie, you don't like Voddie. I don't really care. Mike Winger approaches this on a very level-headed, a very level playing field, saying, hey, if you don't agree, that's fine, but here are the resources, at least look into them. And that's what this video hopefully is, this video in particular is for, is this resource that says, look, I know what you believe, I've told you what I believe, and you can do further research by looking at these videos and then also double checking their research as well. Because if this topic, and I believe it is, if this topic is as big as an issue as it obviously is within the church, to be fair, we have to do a decent amount of research in order to say, hey, look, I've looked into this. This is all the research I've done. I've looked at both sides. This is where I've come to. Now, again, for Christians that already hold the view that homosexuality is a sin, these videos are only going to give you more information. And information, quite frankly, I looked into the subject a lot. There's a lot of things in Mike's videos that I did not know about, which were very helpful. And the books that he's referenced, I've been looking into, and they're great. So it's just a matter of, knowing why you know something. That's the whole thing. You can't just say, I believe this, and don't have anything to back it up with, because it's a faulty apologetic as you say you believe something, but you can't tell anybody why. So this video, hopefully, again, don't want to make this too long. All of those resources and links are down in the description, as well as a couple other links to books that I think, I know one of them Mike Winger references, but another book that I think will be very helpful as far as Christians and gender identity and gender roles and those sorts of things that I think would be extremely helpful. It's very thick. But it'll be helpful to you, I believe. You can also download the audio version if you want, but the point is it's a really long book. So check out those resources, and that's all I ask. Make some time. If this is as big as an issue as you think it is, which I believe it is, we should at least be able to say, hey, look, I'm going to devote a good amount of time to this and actually hear out the biblical, the side of this that has really dug into it, and I'm going to make that decision based on what I find. So those resources are in the bottom there. I would encourage you greatly to devote some time to those. Obviously, you can't knock it out all in one day. I did over the last week and a half. I was able to devour these resources. Now I have to look into even further now. But they're extremely helpful. And hopefully this video is helpful for you as well. If you have friends that are interested in this topic and church, how the church relates to homosexuality and what the words mean and the culture that these words were written in, all of these videos in the description are going to be more than helpful to you. So thank you guys for watching, subscribing, liking, doing all the cool things, because you're all the cool people. I'll talk to you later.